The adventure is nigh, plushies are here!
Hey pals, wanna see my new knives?
Look out, adventurers! It's the evil wizard, Mole Cutpurse!
Not so naked and defenseless now, bitches! Take this!
He's tough, but we can beat him with the power of friendship. And violence!
Each comes with their own weapon with action magnets in their weapon in hand for action holding power!
Mull this over.
Oh, Victor, my trusty henchman. I need help. Wait, I don't have a henchman.
But you do have a shit perception score. Crikey.
Adventure is nigh plushies with action magnetic weapons, each sold separately or as a bundle from Second Wind. No assembly required, batteries are pointless, must be 21 or older to purchase a drink from Buka. Adventure is nigh plushies do not move on their own. If they do, call a priest. Ask your parents' permission before nothing. For a grown-ass adult, you can make their own decisions. The Adventure is Night Club is not responsible for any injuries sustained while adventuring.
Hello everyone, buongiorno, bonjour, guten tag. Welcome to the Windbreakers podcast. I'm Yahtzee. I'm joined as always by Jay and Marty.
Hey everyone.
Hey, yo.
Who are demonstrating additional ways to say hello. Good for them. And this week's podcast is something of a follow-up to a Semi-Ramblomatic I did last week on the subject of the games that made me cry, because, it got the usual amount of views that we expect from Semi-Ramblomatic, but it also got insane numbers of comments, like over 5,000 last I checked. That's like three times.
I haven't seen a video of ours get that much traction in the comments in a very long time.
So it was clear to us that this is obviously a topic that people like to talk about. People like to get their emotions off their chest. And at the same time, celebrate video games as an effective emotional storytelling medium.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the premise of my video was that I listed 5 games that have made me cry, not including Pragmata, which was the what set it all off.
Sure.
I don't think it's every game that made me cry, because I thought about it over the weekend, and there's probably a few more I forgot, most notably Citizen Sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not sure if, like all the games I listed actually made tears physically roll down my face, and I'm not sure Citizen Sleeper got that far. I certainly welled up.
Welled up, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there is there's almost like a barrier to cross. Like I well up pretty often.
Yeah, the eyelid,
tears
that's
don't
the
stop
barrier.
rolling. Yeah, that's
Yes.
it's literally a part of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we won't dwell too much on my games, because I bared my soul sufficiently in the video.
Yeah.
It was Pragmata, Wing Commander on the Amiga, because I was a kid. Infamous 2, Spiritfarer, Undertale, and Karen, the recent climbing sim. So those were mine.
I thought it was looking at your list interesting in a couple of ways. A wide spectrum of games from throughout the eras, which I liked. B, it's interesting to look at the different ways games can make us cry, because I feel like there's like the story, the writing, the moment that can make us cry. There's a gameplay tie-in that can make us cry, or there's just sheer beauty that can make us cry.
Pretty much all the games I listed made me cry for completely different reasons.
Yeah, which I think
is awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Do you remember, was Wing Commander the first game?
I think so, yeah. First one I remember it happening. Because, games weren't usually that story-focused back in those days, but Wing Commander was unusual for being very cinematic. It had lots of cutscenes and dialogue. And, there's a funeral scene if you get killed, and there's a funeral scene every time a named NPC gets killed. And there's sad music, and it was all a bit too much for my young heart.
Imagine how sad Star Citizen is going to make you when it comes out. Oh my God, you're going to be crying so much.
Yeah.
Every time a real player dies, they force everyone to go to a funeral. They just
an actual
funerals
in real
all the time.
life funeral.
Yeah.
The first gaming moment that made me cry, I remember as a kid in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. There's a story that in the light world, you enter a grove of trees and you see a boy playing a flute with a bunch of animals around him. And when you get close, he kind of phases out of existence. And later in the game, you get to the dark world, and it turns out he phased into the dark world and he became a tree. He lost his body. He became a tree. And his father doesn't know where he is mourning him. And so this kid who just wanted to play music in a grove suddenly appeared in the dark world as a tree. And this is something that's a little bit copy-pasted,
just going about your
Majora's
day.
Mask.
Just going about your day, and then you just become a tree. How careless of you.
You're just jamming out tunes to animals in the middle of a grove, and then you turn into a goddamn ficus. That really got me as a kid. I don't know why. This kid did not have any backstory. Like, his story was like just a couple lines long. But the fact that like he went to the dark world, became a tree, and then his father was like, I miss him and I don't know where he is. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's tragic. That's good.
The idea, like, just a child going about their day and having their future taken away from them is an upsetting thing, especially like if you are a kid. Oh, at any point, I know it's fantastical, but like at any point I could become a tree.
Yeah,
right?
this
like,
shit could just end.
My future could go. Like that's a lot to take in as a child.
There's a very almost spookily parallel with Undertale here, because of course the main villain of that game became a tree or a plant.
Yeah.
And as I was saying in my video about it, there's a very particular dynamic that sets me off. I think there's always going to be a lot of subjectivity with what makes people cry, because it's about everyone's got different life experiences, different associations. For me, it's tragic villains who became evil because of their mistreatment, who become good again because you're nice to them. That is a very specific dynamic that sets me off, and that's always the bit in Undertale that makes me go, who knows what that says about me or what associations I have. It could be that I consider myself an evil person.
And you're just waiting for someone to be nice to you, so you can have a change of heart.
There is something about the power of like a hug in media, like a well-timed hug against like a character who needs it. The recent Marvel movie, The Thunderbolts, didn't end with a big fist fight. It ended with them literally like hugging the villain and being like, "It's gonna be okay." I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah, like the story of Castlevania gets to me a bit. Like I watched the first season of the Castlevania anime where Dracula meets his future wife and they get on, and it's cute. He's cute with his human wife. And his human wife gets horribly killed and Dracula turns evil, and it's rather well done.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, like I think it was the end of season 2, Alucard reaches the human inside Dracula. And it was very moving, I thought.
It's taking it like a villain that could be rather generic, but then the protagonist will use the player choosing to do something very human to them, like a hug or being nice, and then the villain then showing their human side and being like vulnerable. That's a very powerful moment that like we can only really do effectively in video games by giving the player the choice to do things like that, rather than it just being a canned moment in a movie, you know.
Jay, do you remember your first one?
It won't surprise anyone.
Is it Beyond Good and Evil?
It is Beyond Good and Evil.
There you go.
I, as a kid, really liked Paige. Paige was a character that I really gravitated towards. I found them really fun, and they're taken away from the player rather dramatically. It was like it's one of the midpoints of the game where Paige is taken. I hated.
He's a big farty boy.
He is, and he's a father figure, and it's really nice. And then obviously the rest of the game is about working towards trying to save him, and it culminates in him like learning that he left the beluga to you, and it's this entire secret like experience you go through. Getting the beluga was a really powerful moment for me as a kid, and experiencing the world from, you know, in a flying vehicle, and then going to the moon, and then finding out that he's dead. Like, he comes back, but like as a kid, I was so excited to be like, I'm finally gonna go get him, I'm gonna save him, and then finding out that he was dead was a powerful moment for me when I was younger. I just like, this was all for nothing, and Jade is like sobbing over his corpse, and I was young and it really hit me. And then I was ecstatic when he came back. Now I'm like, that's a dumb plot point. Like, it kind of would have been more powerful to just let him die. But as a kid, I was so happy. So it was a big roller coaster for me. So that was the first time I cried. The welling broke the barrier with that one for sure.
I've thought of another like recurring thing that gets to me very specifically. It is probably ties in with the whole loss of innocence theme detailed in the last thing I mentioned, but just a discarded toy. A discarded toy that's like forgotten and lying on the floor because
like environmental storytelling stuff.
Because its previous owner is either gone or no longer plays with it.
Yeah.
That gets to me. I think one of the Toy Story movies goes big on that.
Yeah, it's kind of items as totems that like remind a character of loss or something they had. Works even in small ways. Like I didn't cry during this, but like that early boss fight in Bloodborne, you're able to temporarily stun the boss by playing the music box that like reminds him of his human self. And I always think moments like that really, when you can like see a pinpoint of humanity in a monster that has otherwise lost their humanity. I think.
After my last dog died, I had to put away all his old toys because they'd set me off just looking at them.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It's just seeing the little. It's like you see a little happy cute toy, like a little happy chewy dog toy that's shaped like a duck. And it's happy and it's colorful and it's just sitting there not doing anything because no dog will ever chew it again.
Yeah.
So,
Do any of these moments, are all of these moments authored in your mind? Like these moments that make us cry really well up, are they things that have to be kind of scripted in the game?
I know when I was writing Starstruck Vagabond, I very deliberately wrote the ending because I wanted people to cry at it. So intent is clearly there, but as for things that unintendedly set us off, I don't know.
I mean, I would talk about games that have kind of like the immersive sim-esque mechanics, where it's like the find your own fun kind of thing. Like, is it possible to find your own sadness?
Find your tears?
I don't know. I mean,
find your tears. Yeah,
I think it's very easy to find your own humor in video games. Because,
absolutely.
Just blow people up and watch their limbs fly off, and then draw a penis on the wall in bullet holes.
Yes, Sense Fortress is pretty much just a humor factory.
But making your own tears in the game, no examples leap to mind.
Gameplay, like, are there any of these that are like a gameplay specific? And granted, this like the one that came to my mind, which is still 100% authored and scripted and everything, is near the end of Metal Gear Solid 3 when you've beat the boss and you have to literally pull the trigger.
I never really understood why that sets people off because, as I detailed in a Semi-Ram not too long ago, I've never been able to take the boss seriously as a character.
I've always been able to. I love the boss.
I mean, the fact that that you have to shoot her at the end, it's all part of this like really over the top sort of suffering, conga her entire life appears to have been from the very beginning. And it just seems
kind of the world of Metal Gear, right? Like it's not us doing it. Like we are embodying Snake, and in this weird world with bizarre rules, like Snake has to be the one. Naked Snake has to be the one to pull the trigger. But I don't really have any like gameplay specific ones.
I feel like they're authored, right? They're moments that are building up to these emotional points, and I feel like a lot of players can't be trusted to do that build up.
Do we want like the possibility of AI being able to create something that touches us as a human?
I mean, less AI and more of like, I guess the equivalent could be like if you are playing a game like XCOM on Iron Man mode or something, or Fire Emblem with permadeath. Like, you could lose a character in a battle. That is not a scripted moment. It's not like, when blank dies in the game, but like you could have.
Yeah, I've had the experience of losing like a character I'd gotten invested in something like XCOM. But I didn't cry at it. I just felt a bit disappointed.
Sure.
I was like, oh, that's a shame. He really developed a personality for himself.
Yeah. we've talked several times about the decisions you make in Pyre and how the Supergiants game before Hades and how it is an interesting push and pull of narratively you want the characters you've fallen in love with to be able to move on, but them moving on means you no longer have them gameplay wise. And so the closer you are to a character, the better stats they have and the better of a character they are for you to play as. But narratively, if you love them, you want to, let them go. Yeah, which is an interesting push pull. But again, all of those are, authored and scripted and whatnot.
I think
mechanics are lending themselves to it, right?
Yeah.
I think it's one of those topics where we should probably go to Superchat sooner rather than later because it's going to be a list of examples.
Yeah. I also had just a few other things of like when a game can hit you extremely personally. The first time I played Wind Waker, when you kind of leave the island and you're like waving goodbye to your grandma, and like the first time you've left home and you don't know if you can do that, didn't really do anything to me. After I replayed it, after like moving across the country at one point and like remembering how sad my mom was when I was driving away, like that moment like really hits me. A kid like leaving home and going on an adventure for the first time, and not like the Pokemon way where it's like, oh, parents don't give a shit about you in Pokemon, they just send you out. But like,
and you can fly back really at any point on a bird.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, I haven't seen you in ages. You're like, I've been gone for 1 hour. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, to go back to Pragmata, I said in my review, that's sort of doing emotional storytelling on easy mode because it gives you the cutest little bean sprout in the cabbage patch, as I said. The little girl character is hard coded to make you want to care for her and look after her because she's just unbearably cute. Yeah, I mean, imagine like a Last of Us dynamic, but where Ellie is just like a little blonde, pigtailed girl, literally dressed as Heidi from the Alps or something.
Yeah.
Draws like crayon pictures of you and her with hearts next to you. Going, I love you, proxy dad.
Is constantly in a good mood despite the fact that every goddamn robot on the moon is trying to kill the two of you.
Yeah, it was kind of, and like Hugh, the main character, he's a very sort of standard dad character who just instantly falls into the dad role, like being a mentor. And I remember there's like one scene where they stumble upon a hologram of like a stag and a fawn in a forest, and I was like, oh, come the fuck on.
It's like them.
It's parallels.
It's all very on the nose. The opening of that game is the guy walks onto the moon and he's like, God, I hate robots. And then somebody says, I got to get back to my kids. And he's like, I hate kids. It's like, oh, he's going to overcome this, isn't he?
There's no way within the next 10 hours I will like robots and kids.
Right.
Well, he never shows any sign of hating kids. I mean, I remember that, but he just goes straight into.
He has a line saying he doesn't like kids at the beginning.
Well, he clearly does because he just like
maybe he's just never spent any time around kids.
He and Diana just instantly have like a strong relationship. But yeah, at the end, I guess have we got a spoiler alert up? I see
we have a spoiler alert up. So I guess to anyone listening, there's going to be a very brief spoiler for the video game Pragmata. We're giving you time to pause, to go ahead 30 seconds. Anyways, we're spoiling it now.
Yeah, at the very end, Hugh catches like evil like purple badness disease, and decides to stay in the space station and die while letting Diana go to Earth in an escape pod. Well, the whole time Diana's been saying, oh, I'm so looking forward to going back to Earth with you. We'll have such a good time together. And that, that was partly what signaled to me, that's the only way this story can end now.
But if you watch the secret ending, maybe Hugh found a cure.
Rule of thumb for storytelling, if any character expresses their plans probably aren't going to happen. Yeah, so if a character says, I'm looking forward to going back to Earth with you and living with you in your house and hanging out on the beach. Yeah,
certainly going to happen.
That's never going to actually happen.
Yeah.
Subvert expectations by having character plots actually play out. That's how you do it.
But I think Pragmata might have specifically hit me a bit harder because, as you know, I am a father of daughters. In fact, I have 2 daughters, one of whom has long hair and the other whom has short hair.
Oh.
When the little girl in Pragmata was hanging out with the other little girl, who looks exactly like her but has shorter hair, suddenly that was all hitting a bit close to home.
Yep. Agreed. It also, to me, it reminded me of another moment that has always stuck with me, which was the end of Telltale's The Walking Dead.
That's the one that came. There were a bunch of examples that came up a lot in the comments.
Yeah.
Last week, somewhere around. One of them was Lee in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that is arguably the pinnacle of the Telltale formula. But at the end of that first season, yeah, you get bit, and you are turning, and you have one final conversation with Clementine, and you can kind of obviously direct the conversation there. But one of the things I remember, the last thing you could say to her, there's several options, and one of them is just "I'll miss you," and I remember that one really fucking hits hard, because you could have the hardened option of you got to keep your head up, or you got to always be moving forward, but him just finally lowering his shield and saying that, I thought it was really, really beautiful.
Well, he won't miss her because he'll be dead. So I might fall a bit.
Sometimes you should experience stories with your heart and not with your brain. That's
well, I can't help it.
I'm not sure he's capable.
I can't help it. I have a powerful brain.
You do have a powerful brain. Big brain. You're like Brainiac. I have a bunch of other ones, but I'm 100% positive they'll be popping up with as these super chats go.
Well, let me just...
any last things?
Yeah. Well, I could list off a couple more of the recurring ones that I saw.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear some of those. And I guess going forward, there's going to be a vague air of spoilers for games.
There is spoilers in general, because these moments have to be, as we spoke about, they are authored, so they have to be built up, so there are spoilers.
Yeah, and a lot of these might be just endings of games from 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, so apologies.
Actually, the one I was going to bring up was one of the first Super Chats brings up, so perhaps we should just go to Super Chats, but...
I've got a couple.
I did want to mention that Mordin Solus in Mass Effect gets brought up a lot.
Mordin Solus, is that a man? That's a person?
He's one of the alien party members.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm not even sure if I said his name right, but yeah. Apparently there's a part he can take where he sacrifices himself, and some people get very weepy about it. Yeah.
Jay, what did you say you had a couple before the Super Chats?
Yeah. They are the endings of two games. One of them I won't spend too long on, because I've mentioned before on the podcast, which is the ending of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, with the new tree, and then seeing it grow through the ending, and then watching Ori's adopted parent die, and then them come back and revisit the tree as a way to revisit them. That is an extremely powerful moment that broke that eyelid barrier for me. And the other one in most recent memory is the ending of Spider-Man, the PlayStation Spider-Man.
That's one of the other ones that came up a lot in the video comments.
Well, it's the choice of Peter saves the day, but he realizes that he's got the MacGuffin, the cure, and he knows that he can either cure Aunt May and save her life, or save it to save everyone. And he chooses to let her die. And that moment where he's at her hospital bed and she understands what's happening as well, and he just lets her pass away, and lets her go to save everyone else, is such a powerful moment. Those games are so good. I mean, it's second one's story doesn't hit as hard, but that authored moment, as we were discussing, build up to that, I think is really, really powerful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The other one was Kazuma Kiryu at the end of Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name.
I didn't play that one. That was
apparently
4, 8. I believe it leads into 8.
Well, apparently it's very, very sad. And a lot of agreement on Alice the Hedgehog from Spiritfarer.
Yeah,
but
Spiritfarer
there was another example for Spiritfarer that came up a lot, which it's the number 2 moment after Alice the Hedgehog, and it will come up in our very first Super Chat.
Incredible. Ooh. Also, if you look, we got a new goal because we met the last goal.
Oh yes,
we're running back the Fallout. The Fallout team is coming back. I'm going to be playing for the first time Fallout 3.
It sucks.
The sequel to Fallout 2 and the prequel to Fallout 4. I've heard.
I want to see 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Those are so sweaty and crunchy. Those are too crunchy.
I love a crunch.
Crunchy. But yeah, I'll be playing that. Yeah. We'll be doing a little mini series with Jack and Jess in the normal time slot if that gets funded. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, H Bomb did a whole video on why Fallout 3 sucks. You should
Oh,
check it out.
Play it first, then check it out.
Hairy Sun 94, member for 29 months. In the tip jar also gives us $10 and says, Atul leaving without even saying goodbye in Spiritfarer. Absolutely broke me, even if it wasn't the same kind of tearjerker moment as other farewell moments in the game. Yes, that one came up a lot because it's the one character who you don't take to the Everdor yourself. He's there. Basically, that character is like your big jolly uncle. Your big jolly uncle who's always ready to give you hugs and calls you Sprout and Champ and names like that. And
he's like the big frog guy, right? The toad
and I guess his whole thing is that he just couldn't bear for you to see him in a moment of weakness. He wanted to be like the big jolly uncle to the end in your mind. And that's what makes it sad.
What a good ass game.
I've made myself sad describing it.
What a good game.
Yeah. And then Harry's son comes back with another $10 and says, the whole second half of Nier Replicant had me weeping. What a depressing adventure. FF7 Rebirth also got me teary-eyed when I first walked through Cosmo Canyon and let myself be taken in by that music.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
What was that?
If anything gets mentioned about Final Fantasy, I'm taking my headphones out.
It was just.
I don't want spoilers for that stuff.
It was just he said the music, like revisiting Canyon or visiting Cosmo Canyon in the remake.
Banger.
Yeah, I mean the Final Fantasy VII remake games do it a lot for me, just literally in terms of like seeing places in full 3D that meant so much to me as a kid. Like it's kind of just like almost overwhelming. Like, oh my god, this is what Midgar looks like. Like, oh, this is what Calm looks like. Like it's it's genuinely overwhelming for me. And I know it's like a very personal, like normal people don't feel that way.
The opera scene in Final Fantasy VI was the only time I could think of where I was almost brought to the point of welling up by music alone.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful moment.
What a fucking moment. Yeah. What a moment. Also, Nier, agreed. Not without going into spoilers, the way both Nier games do things incredibly emotionally. And without going into spoilers, Nier does a thing where on subsequent like playthroughs, which are kind of like canonical because you need to beat it a couple times, it recontextualizes the enemies you've been fighting. And you have some really good, like, are we the baddie moments through there. So
I need to play those.
Yeah, good stuff.
Juicy Jeff gives $5 and says, POV, you're 10 and on the 4th disc of FF9 when your sister overwrites your save with her blockbuster rental of Flintstone's Bedrock Bowling. True story.
That's so funny. It's everyone has those. I feel like everyone has those moments where it's like, oh no, I've lost so much progress. Like the meta moments of like, oh no, I can't believe like this has happened. Jay, put your fucking headphones in. We're talking about erasing a save file.
Oh,
yes.
I'm so worried about Final Fantasy spoilers.
You're fine.
Yes. Well, spoiler for you: memory cards suck.
Yeah, spoilers.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that very well.
Raven comes back with the weekly word of the week. Week 48, lamentation. Don't laugh at me, but I cried when Astrobot sacrificed himself at the end of the game.
That was a sacrifice that lasted about 20 seconds until he came back.
Yeah.
But I also liked it.
I didn't remember that. Yeah, lamentation.
I will laugh at you for that.
Just means someone being sad at something. Get out of here with that word. That's an easy one.
Yeah, or covering something in plastic that you can then wipe off. A little laminating joke.
Do you know, here's a trivia thing for you. What is the actual name of the Hellraiser puzzle box?
The Necronomicon.
Oh, shit.
No, that's Evil Dead.
That's the book from Evil Dead.
That's the book from Lovecraft. It's the book from Lovecraft, but yes, it was mentioned in Evil Dead, you uncultured swines.
It's way more famous because of Evil Dead than of...
No. Yahtzee he'd rather be referencing racist authors rather than Evil Dead.
Hey,
so.
Racist authors that set the tone for American horror. Thank you very much.
The Lament configuration. Okay, that explains why you asked it.
It's called the Lament configuration. I'm
I thought it was Lament something.
That's a fun name.
Yeah. There's a Hellraiser game coming pretty soon, isn't there?
There is single player. Look at that. I'm not gonna play with any of you fucking chuds. I'm sorry, I called everyone chuds.
I'm just glad that a horror IP isn't turning into just like a Dead by Daylight. I'd rather. I want a single player thing in a horror setting, please.
Well,
Did you call it Dead by
Hellraiser.
Day like? Because I like that.
Yeah.
If you called it that, that's real good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well
Well,
done.
Hellraiser is referenced in Dead by Daylight, so
There you go.
yeah, the Pinhead is one of the
He's
characters
not.
you can download.
Yeah, he's not just referenced. He's in it.
Yeah, he's flat out in it.
No.
Fuzzy Freestyle gives $5 and says, "Thank you, Yahtzee, for releasing Starstruck Vagabond on consoles. I'm already addicted and can't wait to see where my adventures take me. Well done.
Oh,
It'll
awesome.
take you to a sad ending, as already spoiled." But yes,
As a reminder,
Starstruck
Star Trek Vagabond on consoles now, right?
Yes, as was announced at our indie showcase, it's on PS5 and Xbox right now.
Boom.
And, I'm still hoping we'll get a Switch port at some point, but Nintendo are a bit weird about that.
Fuckers.
Lazy Miyamoto.
Maybe they'll change their minds now we're on their like competitors.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, Covered in Sponges gives $10 and says, "Just got back from my therapy appointment. Mental Health Awareness Month coming up. Be vocal and secure with your emotions. Fuck toxic masculinity. Takes a strong man to cry, and good on you for it."
Hell
yes.
yeah.
Yes. Everyone should cry more.
Get your cry
It's
on.
good for you.
It feels good as well. It's cathartic. It feels good to have a good blubber about something.
Agreed.
Fist Uppener gives $5. Says, "Buying a used EV yesterday to be a better steward of the planet. And my long-term wallet made me cry because unfortunately it shouldn't be expensive. Have you considered moving to Norway?" I just read an interesting statistic. 98% of car sales in the last year in Norway were electric vehicles.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
98.
They have almost phased out petrol car sales.
Imagine
in
being a
Norway.
part of that 2%. You
know.
chud.
You idiot.
So it's probably just like truck drivers at that point.
Yeah.
Like people who kind of need it, which is amazing. Good stuff.
Or China. Move to China. I hear the electric vehicles getting
No, I'm
pretty
all
cheap
right.
over there as well.
There you go. Oh my god.
Nick Knoll gives $5. Says, "Off topic, but might interest you all and Nick C. Jason Schreier just did an hour interview on the Cortex podcast on games journalism and his process. Thank you."
Nick, wake up. I bet Nick will listen to that. I don't know what the Cortex. Do you think the Cortex podcast is hosted by the villain from Crash Bandicoot?
100%,
Dr.
yeah.
Neo Cortex.
It could be Dr. Neo.
Welcome, Jason Schreier.
That would be great. I'd listen to that podcast.
I'd listen to the shit out of that.
Anyway, Sussy Guru 2000 gives €10 and says, "Years of stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about parenting has left me unable to shed tears." Oh, I didn't need your life story, man. But I did choke up. I did choke up during the Cyberpunk 2077 endings. Okay.
Yeah, I saw
Let
a
it
couple
out.
people in response to your video mention
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. Have not played.
Yeah. Because there's not really any good ending for the main character of Cyberpunk.
Mm.
You're going to get your personality raised by Keanu Reeves, and everyone will like you more then because people love Keanu Reeves. What kind of
That's all I
legacy
want in
is
life.
that?
That's all I want in real life.
King and Commoner gives $5. There's Agro's death in Shadow of the Colossus always hits me,
Aggro.
even knowing he comes back. Yes, your horse
Yeah.
falls off a thing.
The Eco Shadow of the Colossus Last Guardian spiritual trilogy. All three of them have moments that really hit me.
I remember when Last Guardian was first announced, there was a Penny Arcade strip that says, "Yeah, it looks good, but we all know how this game's going to end, don't we?"
yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, we all assumed either the little boy or the cute cat dragon thing would die.
Sure,
but that actually doesn't happen at the end of Last Guardian. But it's
Shout
still
out to
sad.
Bird Dog. Shout out to Bird
Subvert
Dogs
it.
everywhere.
Let their plans play out.
There you go.
It's funny that you call it a cat dragon. I always called it a bird dog.
I think it's more of a bird dog for me.
It's sort of, they deliberately designed it to be halfway between a cat and a dog and a dragon and a bird.
Bird dog is a fun thing to say. I will say bird dog rolls
Halfway
off the tongue
between
very well.
four things, otherwise known as a quarter.
Well, it's in the middle of
Could be the center of a spectrum. Yeah, the four grids. Yeah.
A Venn diagram.
No, it's not a Venn diagram. What do you call it when there's like the four
quadrant?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
Smarter people than us will give us money to tell us we're wrong. So
Bird
go
dog.
ahead.
Mateus gives £10 and says Arthur's last ride in Red Dead Redemption 2 with that soundtrack and the characters talking in the background leaves a pool of tears in my 10-gallon.
Oh my god. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Like, what a powerful story. Yeah. I know you have your criticisms of a lot of the gameplay moments, but I think Arthur's story is really powerful.
I might have appreciated Arthur's ending more if it had been the ending of the game. It's like you have to keep playing it for like 9 hours.
Yeah, I agree that it's that coda. It's almost the scouring of the Shire, right? Where it's like this seems way less important than everything that came before.
Why are we listening to this? Yeah.
Fistuppener gives $5 and says, but on topic, the Nier series' desperate tone and the Japanese version of Weight of the World emotional expression toward the end. My kid cried too. Why were you playing Nier with your kid?
Yeah, they were nearby. Think about Nier. Yeah, one thing I will not spoil, the very end of Nier Automata has a moment that is scripted as well as it is engaged with mechanically by the player. That is maybe the best moment in video game history, but is one of those things like I will never talk about because I think everyone deserves to experience it.
I got emotional when the first Nier game, what happens to Emil at the end of his story.
Yeah. Oh my god. Emil's great.
Poor Emil.
Poor Emil.
Mine is I'm looking up the name of the song. For me, I played a lot of I never really played 1, but I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts 2, and the opening with the song Sanctuary always got to me as a kid. It's so emotional. I think it's really, really powerful.
Oh my god. Good stuff.
Blue Team K gives $4.99 says the Persona true endings get me to shed bittersweet tears, happiness of defeating the boss, but sadness that my 100-hour journey with friends is over. Yeah, it's always sad when you have to get on the train at the end and have to say goodbye to all your pals.
Yeah, because you kind of share that. We've talked about that in some streams before, but like there's that like post RPG / post TV series / post novel series like depression you get into. Like you've tied your empathy with these characters so much that when they leave your life, you're kind of like, it's like a little void that needs to be filled.
Saying goodbye to friends in a way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sucks.
Although in Persona 4, if you get the golden ending, you get the sad ending where you leave on the train, and then there's an epilogue where you come straight back and say hi to everyone again.
And there's a photo of everyone. You're like, who's everyone?
Yeah. And everyone's wearing everyone's wearing different outfits.
Yeah, you're like, Kanji, what are you have different color hair.
Naruto's dressed like a girl.
Yeah, it's very, very surprising.
Helicon, member for 29 months in tip jar. Thank you very much. And then gives us $2 to say the bridge troll suicide note in Oblivion kills me. I have never seen that.
The bridge? Maybe there's a suicide note from a bridge troll.
There's an awful lot.
Me worst troll ever. Nobody pay bridge toll. Me not scary enough.
He committed suicide?
No.
Yeah.
See, that's one of a huge number of things that could very easily be missed in an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
But like, what makes those experiences is stumbling upon all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jewel Rowe, member for 25 months in tip jar. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks,
and then Hjorth gives 20 Danish kroner and says Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3. It was a loving goodbye letter.
That's kind of like your victory lap where you get to say goodbye to your crew.
That's nice. For the people who were actually invested in the characters. And who absolutely did not get what they wanted out of the original ending. Sinus the Hedgehog gives $2. Says any Far Cry 5 scene with the Rye family tears me up.
That was the pilot, and he had like a wife and a kid, I think
A
young baby. I actually don't remember narratively what was going on there. I believe he had a wife and a young child, though.
Yeah, and presumably they all died.
Or they all lived. Think about that. Literally don't remember.
Nope.
Witticism from $5. It says the final message from Yi's sister in Nine Souls really got me crying. The little twist really caught me off guard, made Yi that much more tragic. Yeah, it's quite a well-written game, Nine Souls. Very in-depth characterization.
Oh,
it's good. Check it out.
Interesting. I didn't realize the story. I know, like, I remember you and Casey praising its gameplay, but I know the story.
It's very story focused. The main character is, like I've written before about how well characterized I find him.
That's neat.
because I think I brought him up in my Semi-Ramblomatic about player-protagonist disconnect, because you're not sure if he's a good guy, and occasionally he does things that seem really horrible and ruthless. But yeah, it all comes together in the end.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nick Knoll gives $5. Says, for mine, it was the catharsis when Karlach kills Gortash in Baldur's Gate 3. The raw emotion and pain in the voice acting for that scene just wrecks me.
I'm assuming that's a thing that like you can have not happen, right? Like
presumably, because I never got to that.
Well, so much of it is optional.
I never had Karlach as a party member. I guess I just missed her.
She is relatively missable. Yeah, she's in Act 1. She's tucked away in a corner. The hidden thing for me that made me cry in that is when I fucked the Mind Flayer. That got me tearing up.
Oh, well, it would, wouldn't you?
I shouldn't be doing this at all.
That one broke the barrier. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I mean, which bit would go in where?
That's half the fun, Yahtzee.
That would be my question. Noah Statter gives £2 and says the dream sequence with your ex in Disco Elysium.
Remember that?
I'm never sure if it's Elysium or Elysium.
Elysium, I think.
Elysium, yeah.
I don't remember that. I need to replay Disco Elysium because
I've been trying to convince Jess to play it. She's never played it.
Yeah, because of Esoteric Ebb. Yeah. But again.
Yeah, Esoteric Ebb is like Disco Elysium on easy mode, set in the Disc world.
Yeah.
Instead of the Disco world.
Yeah, Discworld Elysium. There you go.
Dunned him.
That's a new name for Esoteric Ebb. It's Discworld Elysium. Lol.
Discworld Elysium.
Sinus the Hedgehog gives $5 and says, Power Wash Simulator credits made me cry seeing all my progress in Fast Forward with that beautiful song and adopting those cats. I hope sequel would outdo. It didn't. Sinus the Hedgehog.
Yeah. They're good. They're putting Star Wars DLC in the sequel, though.
Oh, for God's sake.
We're gonna
Do you think you get to scrub down Jabba? Imagine if you got to scrub down Jabba.
Oh my God. Scrub daddy, if you will. Let me.
How could one resist?
I like it when a game shows you your path. I think that can be like a really fun thing. You know, in a small way, like how Zelda has like the hero's journey thing where you can see everything. Baby Steps had that, showed your entire path. I think that's nice.
I was just Cairn as well, and I was just thinking of the end credits of Earthbound, where you see all the pictures that the Fuzzy Pickles man took over the course of the game.
Oh yeah, and they're all like your moments from the game. Yeah. So if you were like facing the other way in them, you get to see that picture where you were facing the wrong way.
Yeah,
and I kind of felt bad about feeling annoyed by how often that guy showed up.
Yeah,
throughout the course of the game. It's like, oh, for God's sake, you'd hear that music. I was like, oh, for God's sake, I'm in the middle of something.
But like at the end, it's like, oh, you guys are never going to have this again. Like it's possible you never see Jeff or Pooh again. And so it's nice that you have those little memories.
Well, you might.
Maybe
they'll have like it'll be like It, Stephen King's It. They'll just like, Ness will just call them up in like 20 years' time and says, Geiger's came back. And then,
I mean, technically, two of you have the ability to instantly teleport the entire crew. So like, you really have no excuse to not be able to like pop in and at least have a cup of coffee with them.
And then Jeff slits his wrists in the bath.
While needle in the hay place.
Zype Totek, our flayed lord, gives $5 and says, totally unrelated memory test. What was the first game with a double jump?
Dragon Buster.
Can't remember.
Memory test?
Marty, do you
Dragon
Buster.
Buster.
The first game with a double jump
Is the game Dragon Buster, or are you making that up, Jay?
No, it's Dragon Buster.
I've never heard of the game Dragon Buster.
That most people haven't. It's shit.
Okay.
Boston does make me feel good.
There you go. Okay, well, while we're on the subject, Marty, what does AD stand for?
Anno Domini.
Well done. We got there in the end.
Oh, it was after death.
Should be after death. Everyone I ask says it's after death, so at a certain point, we're right. Let the idiots win.
And also,
America,
where was
2026?
Also, where was the wedding in which Jesus turned water into wine?
Oh, I don't know.
In a book.
I don't know about that one. Oh, it had like a thing. There was like a mnemonic device. I was like, oh, I'll remember it's blank. Galilee.
Jerusalem?
No, it wasn't Galilee. It was Karna.
What?
Karna, because I thought of Karnak the Wise. But I don't understand why I thought of that. Yeah.
Wine World.
Yeah, wine world. There's a whole world of wine.
Uh-huh.
The Hawk CBM 999 and says, Final Fantasy XV's ending made me tear up. The smaller cast meant they felt more developed like a friend group. The pics you took throughout it being used for the credits and ending on one you'd favorited hit me.
Yeah, I think that's really beautiful. Final Fantasy 15 is like a real messy game, but I think its ending is
Yes.
sweet.
Looking forward to playing it.
You probably have to be more into boy love.
I like all the boy love stuff. It's just mechanically, you could look at the game and be like, "Ooh, you guys, we're making several different games," and eventually, you're like, we need to fucking finish this thing."
You have to be more into boy love and probably more into K-pop to get the most out of Final Fantasy 15.
K-pop, Chocobo Hunter.
Fill my ass up, give a member for 28 months in the value tier, and says, tears of sadness is nice to feel, but how about tears of happiness? The true ending to Chants of Xenar made me tear up in the best possible way. Yeah, I got the happy tears from the Undertale ending that I've mentioned earlier. I think I missed a super chat there. Sorry, I'll go back to that.
I like a happy ending, like a happy tear. You can get some of those in like moments of beauty where like your breath is taken away a little bit. I like it.
And the person who was leading a sad life up until now gets everything they wanted, like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
I think a suppy was skipped.
Yeah, I know. I was about to get to it.
Okay.
CZYA gives 50 Mexican dollars, pesos, whatever.
Pesos?
And says that story event in Genshin where we help a mother to accept the death of her child. Both hugging and saying goodbye always brings tears to my eyes.
Shit. That's intense.
Oh, blimey.
Genshin.
It's a
really leaving an impact on us.
How many gacha rolls did you have to pay for to get that story?
Yeah, it's a shame it's in a fucking gacha game. Yes.
Haters.
Hedgehog.
Bunch of haters. I don't even like I don't like Genshin. I don't know why I called you guys.
Dinos the Hedgehog gives $2 and says 100%ing Majora's Mask with everyone happy in the credits. Yeah.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is just an overall bummer of a game in terms of the mood. Like in a good way. But it's just
I want more bummer games.
It is that ending of like, Ocarina of Time where you're like, you're a kid, you've saved the world, your fairy has left you, and no one will know what you did. And now you just kind of have to like walk around with the weight of everything you've done on your shoulders.
I think the more of a bummer a game gets, the more effective it is, but they end happily.
Agreed. Give me that bummer.
It's the bum to smile spectrum.
Ratio.
Yeah, ass to mouth, as we call it.
Yeah. Tsunami Douche gets $20 and says nothing.
Nothing.
Thank you so much, Tsunami Douche. We love you.
And then Beautiful Q gives $50. Magenta super chat. Incredible. And says, slightly off topic because most games don't get me there. Figured I'd rattle off the last bits of media that made me cry. Movie, Sinners, I lied to you. TV, Paradise, baby episode.
Great moment.
Anime, Jujutsu Kaisen, season finale was just that good. I haven't seen any of those.
Beautiful Q, all three of those bangers. Well done.
Okay.
GG.
And then Signers Head Dog comes back with $5 and says, easy way to get me to cry. Games having a nice warm credit sequence and end with a genuine thanks for playing message. Cheap and cheesy, but works for me. Okay.
Like when the game literally thanks you at the end. What about when the game references you as a person? Like the Earthbound thing where you put your name in and then they like call out to you. Does that get you?
Seems like you'd have to be pretty credulous to be gotten by something like that.
Marty, the last and only time I've ever encountered and played with Earthbound was for a video for you and a stream we did where we named our character like Fart.
Oh yeah, because of the fart game I got as a kid. Because I rented the game and the main character was Fart.
So if they were calling out Fart, I don't think it'd have the same hit.
Well, the real question is, what was the name of the best thing in that save file?
Oh, it was probably something vulgar, if I'm going to be honest. If they were starting with fart.
Yeah. I always went
the
with
P word.
boobs.
They might have put the P word in favorite food. Who knows? They're wilding out here in Wisconsin.
I always put in boobs for the best thing and vagina for favorite food.
Yeah.
Like, so you go home to your mum. You go home to your mum and she says, eat some vagina and scoot up to bed.
Might have literally been your copy that I rented as a kid, so it's very possible.
Yeah. Red Dwarf 42 gives $10. Says the game that hit me emotionally was a weird one, but mirrored a real life event. It was the end of Gears of War 3, soon after my dad died. I didn't cry, but I was choked up. Yeah, poor timing, presumably.
Yeah, that's the one where
Dom
and not Anya. What's her name? Is it Anya? Dom and his wife.
I don't know.
Rest in peace.
Dom dies.
Rest in peace, your
Maria.
father. Yeah. Sorry. But when they said it would mirror a real life event, I was like, you were locusts?
I had to sever them in half with a chainsaw. It was fucked up.
To get yes, lonely.
Really deeply relate to in the moment is a powerful thing in games.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, games characters parting forever, like at the end of Whoa!
At the end of with the end of what? I think Eric just had to switch servers.
Okay,
you said like the end of what?
Ico. Characters,
Ico, yeah.
Characters parting forever.
Yeah.
And Pragmata as well, thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Covered in sponges gives $10. It says game pitch, looking back, running towards the camera like Crash Bandicoot from the perspective of an old man dying in a hospital bed while looking back at things he's passed by and can't interact with.
It's like Snake going down the river in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Right. So the hospital bed's on wheels, I suppose.
It's kind of
they're running. They're literally running.
It's a car racing game.
Just rolling towards the camera.
Is it called Run Backwards Towards the Light?
No, and it would have the same logo as Journey, but instead of Journey, it would be Gurney.
Gurney. That's good.
Yeah.
It has that like asynchronous multiplayer where occasionally you'll like find another player and you'll kind of just see them in the world in their own little gurney.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Someone copyright that. Gives $4.99 and message retracted. Huh. Mysterious.
Oh, it was it was relating to Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay.
It's not a spoiler. Did you remove it not to spoil it?
It is incredibly general.
Okay.
It is incredibly general.
Guess they felt a bit
It just had the ending FMV of 8, but not the BS that came before it.
I honestly would have cried at that orphanage scene just out of bewilderment, like just tears flowing.
It's a bad video game.
Why?
It is.
How were you all at the same orphanage before you ever met?
It fucking blew my mind, man. I cannot believe it.
Great music, though.
Yeah, banging tracks.
Diane Spencer gives £20 and just says, just sending you lovely people some love.
Oh, thanks, Diane.
Diane.
Too, Diane Spencer. Please don't get into a car crash.
Mm-hmm. That goes for the rest of you as well. I don't want any car crashes out there.
Yeah, just assume that generally we'd rather you not die in car crashes.
Just drive safe. It's not worth it.
Just don't drive. Just crawl places. No one's ever gotten hurt when they're crawling.
Unless you leave your life insurance to second wind. In that case, feel free to die in whatever manner you please.
Mm-hmm.
Silence the Hedgehog gives $10. Says, found game similar to a game you like. Peppered, like Undertale, but 2D platformer and choices matter instead of isometric and bullet hell. Even has a Judy Hopps-like character. Wish it got more attention. Okay.
Who's that, man? Oh, there's a lot going on that screen.
The fuck is this?
I don't know.
It's whatever Peppered is, apparently.
It's that.
They had a Japanese DLC, and it was called Pepper Oni.
Whoa!
You can just go to the next one. We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that. I don't like that. I don't like that I made it.
No, I'm just gonna laugh at your amazing pun.
No, we got to go to the next one.
Sovereign 46 gives €20. Says the end of Mass Effect 3 made me cry. In retrospect, I'm not sure if that was because I was watching the story ending or because said ending sucked. The happy ending to the Geth plot did make me well up in a good way, though.
Geth. What's the deal with the Geth?
Oh, they're like the artificial life forms who might have actual consciousness. They start off as baddies and they become goodies. I don't know.
Nice.
Lord of the Rings fan 193, member for 23 months in the value tier, says Before Your Eyes. And yes, I'm glad you brought that up. That was another one I forgot that I forgot to mention in Semi-Ram. The game where you blink to proceed. But yes, it's got a very sad ending. Because, you know, the whole premise is that you are a person who has recently died and they're going back through their life.
Yeah.
We did a stream with the developers, didn't we, Mai?
We did, yeah. Also, they released a follow-up game last year that I have not played. I don't think any of us have played. Called Goodnight Universe, and it's a similar thing. It's a blink 'em up, I believe. Got good reviews. Just none of us played it.
Certainly cornering the fucking market, aren't they?
Yeah, the blinkies.
Anyway. B. Smalley gives $2. Says, what about a cathartic cry? The release of victory. Well, all cries are cathartic. It's all emotional release, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever cried from a success. I've been elated and like happy, but that's never broken the lid barrier.
I guess
on
the
Saturday,
ending
I
of Cairn-
literally. Oh
I guess the
yeah,
ending
that
of
could almost be
Cairn-
like a mechanical release. Yeah.
Yeah, because the main
Yeah.
character, like, she reaches the top of the mountain, she gives out a primal scream of defiance, and then the ending happens.
Yeah. I genuinely felt stress leaving my body when Casey delivered the final blow in Dokapon over the weekend.
Mm.
I was like, I was like, this might literally never end, and the fact that it finally ended, I was like, this is beautiful. We're done.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
Release us from this
And
mortal
now-
coil.
And now you'll never see Dokapon Kingdom again. ...
Or will they?
Jonathan Griffin gives $5 and says, Marty's weekly reminder to watch Testament of Anne Lee.
I still got 1 week. I got 1 week. I'm gonna watch it by next
Presumably-
week, and let me tell you, I'm gonna have some thoughts.
Ooh.
Not the director of Hulk, presumably.
No, this is not the Testament of Ang Lee. What kind of shit happened here in Hulk that you got to tell us about? It is a movie I keep promising Darren and Jack that I will watch because one of them loved it and one of them hated it, and I need to be the third one to
Mediate.
to mediate. And so I need to watch it by next week, but I will.
Don't make me Anne Lee. You wouldn't like me when I'm Anne Lee.
That's good. God damn it, that's good.
Oh, that's fucking
cover-
fire.
I nicked it from Stuart Lee. Covered in Sponges gives $2 and says, gotta do the Elder Scrolls, man. I love them. Shrug.
The Elder Scrolls, man.
You gotta do it.
What?
You gotta
Please
you gotta
don't.
make love to an Elder Scrolls, man.
Don't do
Is
the
this
Elder
a
Scrolls,
blind
man.
player thing?
Yeah. Maybe just
Right.
as in like the games that made Covered in Sponges cry were Elder Scrolls games. That he
Okay.
loves it. Think about it.
All right.
Mhm. Okay.
Sean Toms gives £9.99 and says, the ending to the Outer Wilds DLC, Echoes of the Eye, got me the first time I played it when you realize the prisoner walks into the lake as the first thing he does after being trapped. Okay. I haven't played that.
I need to play that DLC.
Outer Wilds, absolutely a game that made me cry. One of the most beautiful
Fantastic
games I've ever
game.
played.
Not Outer Worlds.
Not Outer Worlds. Didn't make me cry.
People-
I only played about 5
people-
hours of it.
People get understandably confused.
Believe they came out the same season as well.
I know.
They both came out
Yeah,
near
it was
the end of
insane.
2019.
Yeah. Dr. Theo, member for 27 months in Tipjar. Thank you very much. He'll have a super chat coming up soon. But before that, Halberda gives £2 and says, Rhyme. R-I-M-E. The whole last chapter had me full snot cry. Full
I remember
snot,
that
no
game.
less.
Did you guys play that game? It was like a little,
Nope.
a little journey, a little Zelda without the combat. You're kind of solving a lot of puzzles on an island.
No, I never played that one.
It was pretty fun.
Sounds a bit generic from the way you describe it.
It wasn't. It didn't leave a lasting. It was one of those games where leading up to it, it previewed incredibly, and then when I played the full game, it was kind of like, oh, you don't have enough here to sustain the atmosphere you've created. But not a terrible game.
Europa was like that for me in a way.
Yeah, Europa previewed incredibly. Womp womp.
SP Rocks gives $5. There's moments where characters reunite with the memory or spirit of someone they've lost. Turn on the waterworks for me. I need my sense of closure, man.
Yeah.
What, like James Earl Jones in the sky in The Lion King?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it's not Mufasa. It's just a fucking MP4 of
What?
James
James
Earl
Earl Jones, what are you doing up there? Get
What,
out of here.
what is that? Says the lion.
You know what was really? You know what one of the earliest, saddest moments of any game was when all those folks got gourmaged in the prologue of Clair Obscure. A big old gourmaging. That was a bummer.
That's another thing that comes up a lot. That whole game's like a misery fest, misery porn.
Yeah,
In the
French,
best
you're
way.
doing something right. Yeah.
Like, There's that, and then the first thing that happens when you get to like the fantasy world is like the fucking fantasy Normandy landings.
Yeah, you're like, this sucks. This sucks for everyone.
Yeah.
We haven't even started this game
Yeah.
yet, and everything's a bummer.
What a great game.
Yeah, good stuff.
Dr. Theo gives $5 and says, the demo for Casualties Unknown came out recently, a brutal survival game that's very distressing. You'll love it. Maybe for Yahtzee Tries. I don't decide Yahtzee Tries games until the morning of. The doctor. Yeah.
This is true.
So add it to the recommendation list for Wednesday.
You don't like beefy survival games, do you?
Well, I've liked some in the past. I described The Altars as a survival game.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Survival crafting, yeah.
That's true.
Jonathan Griffin gives $5 and says, also, I teared up at the ending of Marvel Spider-Man when May said she wanted to see her nephew one last time.
Yeah.
That's the class.
Oh.
Yeah, the classic.
Is Aunt May the easiest go-to side character for a superhero to like draw emotion from? Like, there's no one in like you killing Alfred isn't going to do that to me, but someone killing Aunt May is going to do that to me in a Spider-Man.
Well, it's usually Uncle Ben that's the go-to. That's like the OG, but you don't usually kill Aunt May.
Aunt May's the sort of oblivious, helpless character. Alfred knows he knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and he has his own skills. So if Alfred got killed, in
war, he can handle himself.
If Alfred got killed, it'll be his own silly fault. But if Aunt May dies, that's she's completely innocent.
If Alfred falls down the stairs, that's on him. But Aunt May,
he fought in the war, dude. Absolutely. Don't care if you're 90.
Alfred's supposed to be like the engine that keeps the whole Batman train rolling.
Sure.
He's the one who holds it together.
Yeah.
Blistered Soul is 199 and says, "Is time a factor? Consistent play might help tiers."
Okay, well, originally I would say yes. I feel like you need that build-up if we use Aunt May as the example, but an example we just brought was the Gommage scene in the opening of Expedition 33. That happens extremely quickly and has just as big as an impact when we've spent 10 minutes with the characters we're with, because they imply so much, and you can get so much just from their basic interaction. So it just takes good writing at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's if you handle it right, you can create a kind of like a really emotional short story in a small amount of time. Like the opening of like Up, the Pixar movie Up. If you just like slice that off, you're like, oh man, that's like a devastating short story. And the same thing with the opening of Claire Obscure. But yeah, a lot of times it does take the full thing.
I think it's also expectation. I think the Up example and the Gommage example is you don't really know what's going to happen with the Gommage scene. You don't know that they're all walking to their deaths.
Yeah. You have no idea what a Gommage even is.
Yeah.
So it's a shock. Yeah.
You just know that everyone seems really excited about it.
Yeah. Yippee!
Hun Bullseye, member for 29 months in the Green Gang, says, slight spoiler for Jamate, no Final Fantasy is really the final.
Fuck off. No way.
None yet.
Yeah.
I thought 8 was the last one.
No.
Really going out on a bang.
What a go out on a bang.
They had 17 million more things to cover before the final.
Oh, God.
Covered in Sponges gets $5 says, movie, but I want to share. Ghost in the Shell, when Tachikoma sacrificed themselves while singing, and Proto's like, hey, I bet you guys all have ghosts. Massive sobs.
Good movie.
Great.
Love that weep shit.
And then Kid Barchetta gives $2 and says, Marty, who's your starstruck vagabond waifu? My guess is Snakey.
Ooh. Now, what about the invisible person? What was the invisible guy's name?
Hole.
Something's interesting going on there.
Yeah, all those characters are designed to be. All those characters are specifically designed to be waifus and husbandos. Yeah. So you should definitely have one. My personal waifu is Cassandra Kairos. You might have noticed that character gets really horny after you romance her. That's probably why.
Incredible.
Jack the Butch gives $69 and 69 somethings CZKs and says end of Ezio trilogy is really good, especially with the Embers short film, end of OG Mafia, and To the Moon. Loading old saves is always melancholic.
Oh, we got a lot there. The Ezio trilogy, we bring up a lot of like the rare time you experience like the life and death or the birth and death of a character and everything in between for Ezio, which is I think that's pretty effective.
I still haven't played To the Moon, but that seems to come up a lot.
Yeah, that was one of those early examples of like a capital E emotional indie game.
Jam on Toast gives $1.99 and says your horse's death in Ghost of Tsushima was sad. I don't even remember the horse dying in Ghost of Tsushima.
No,
I'll take your word for.
I'll take your word for that happening. All the arrows. He lived. I literally do not remember your horse dying in the first Ghost of Tsushima either.
It's powerful though. It's got some real never-ending story vibes, you know.
Yeah.
Artax.
Da Toasty Tart gives $2 and says the Life is Strange series has some moments get me.
Has anyone played that new one that came out? I'm kind of done with that series. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, the new one isn't by the original developer, right? Because the originals were by Don't Nod, and The new one is not.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Not nod.
Right?
I've been playing a Don't Nod game recently. I've been playing Aphelion. We got a review code for that. It's coming out tomorrow.
Don't Nod?
Yeah, that's Don't Nod.
God damn.
Who also made Vampire and Banishes Ghost of New Eden and all those. I like Don't Nod as a developer because what I've noticed is that they almost never go back to a genre twice, whether it be story or gameplay.
Agreed.
Good on them.
Remember Me?
That was their first one.
That was their very first game, yeah.
Yeah, I remember clearly because that game had like a combo building mechanic like the original God Hand. And I was like, why has no game other than God Hand and this game done this?
Doing this, yeah.
Yes. Susiguru, welcome back. Gives €10. Says, or the ending of Terranigma, where you, spoilers, get to have one last dream flying over the world you helped create as a bird before you get erased from existence.
Scrawl.
Rionk.
That's one of my games I've been meaning to play forever. It was like a Super Nintendo JRPG that never released in America, but everyone loved. Like it was fully localized, and I believe released in Europe, but never came out in the States for some reason.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
I've been hankering for some JRPG action lately.
Ooh.
I should install something on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, what you think? A first time play or a replay?
I think I want to play one for the first time. I'll play a good one.
Incredible.
Like an old one? Because I've been playing Look Outside. We did it on Yahtzee Tries a few months back. That's pretty decent.
I want one that's just got some like prolonged dungeon grinds I can just zone out to. I was thinking of replaying Final Fantasy IX.
There you go.
I'm going to be tackling that soon on
it's been a while.
Streams.
Been a while.
JJ Artesakari gives €5 and says, in Shannara, there's a point where the player has to euthanize one of the characters from the party. That's the first of the few times a game made me cry. Well, it would. Wouldn't it?
Shannara?
What the fuck happens a Shannara?
Shannara Twain?
Name rings a bell, but I don't know exactly.
Shannara Twain.
That don't impress me much.
Man, I feel like a woman. Let's just reference Shania Twain.
I don't know any other songs. Those are the two.
Yeah.
We're done. We're bone dry.
Going 3 in this game is really unfair.
Yeah.
Humane Shield gives $4.99 and says, if Tears of Rage count, my XCOM best team all kill, and they named after Dresden Files characters.
Rip.
Are you a home invader by any chance, Human Shield?
Oh yeah.
I hear that's what Harry Dresden's into these days.
That's what an insane story. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The Man in Black gives $5. I'm going to say spoiler warning for Expedition 33 before I continue talking.
Spoiler warning for Expedition 33 for the next 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Gustav's funeral in Expedition 33 might be the first time a game ever made me tear up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a end of first act twist that I didn't see coming.
It's ballsy.
Good.
Yeah.
Good game.
9 Seed gives $5. It says, Mother 3 has several moments, but the end of Chapter 3 gets me the hardest. Okay.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's a game I should play. I should play through Mother 3. That's a game I should play.
Yeah, especially with your love of Earthbound.
Certainly. Sussy Guru 2000 gives €5 and says, which bit goes where? The answer is yes.
In terms of the ghost? Oh, no. No, it was in terms of having sex with, what was it?
Mind Flayer.
Oh, yeah, the Mind Flayer. Man, I wouldn't mind if you flayed my Mind Flayer.
Don't like that. Don't like that one bit.
Yes. Mark Boehner gives €20 and says, I cry easily at media. I think the most I cried was the VN visual novels Clanad, and I cried during the finale of Persona 5 Royal. I played that during a work-free week in 9 days, so I was a bit too deep into that, and many more.
9 days. Wowzers.
Covered in Sponges gives $2 and says, Elder Scrolls 6, currently crying about it. Lol.
Yeah.
Because there isn't an Elder Scrolls 6, of course.
Someday there will be. Someday they'll enjoy money.
No, there won't.
There will be. It might not be good, but there will be a game.
I think the problem is that as a culture, gamers are kind of over big open worlds.
I don't know if that's true. But what's it? Crimson Desert sound like hotcakes.
Well, the game kind of sucks.
Still sound like hotcakes.
General population has bad taste.
DMB Lan gives $10 and says, one of the first good cries was in Final Fantasy IX when for the first time a character hits their lowest point in contrast to how they've been up until then. Won't spoil, in hopes Jemate will play it.
I know exactly what you're talking about, DMB Lan.
Yes, I know. I also know.
Good game.
I've just tilted my lap disc up, and now I don't know how to tilt it back down again.
Oh no! This is
Cry about it.
This is a disaster, a midstream disaster. I like that your main character in Final Fantasy IX has a tail. I think that's fun. You don't gotta spoil it. He just has a tail. That's all. It's not a twist. He just has a tail on the cover.
That's not a twist. I mean, I bet they could twist it.
What happens if you twist the tail if you tie it or not? How do you get it out?
I don't know. I'm fine with knowing small details. I now know that there's a tail in 9, and I know there's underwater football in 10. So
yes.
I'm fine with those spoilers. They're fine.
Mr. M.R. Zaxter gives $19.99 and says, unrelated, but I've been subbed on Patreon since it was leaked on Twitter before Nick intended. And just wanted to say thanks to you guys for doing everything you do, and I'm proud to have helped in a small way.
Thank you, Mr. Zaxter.
Help in a massive way. You all are. It's not small. Yes. You guys are quite literally keeping this company afloat, so thank you.
And for those of you listening to this who haven't joined the Patreon, why haven't you joined the Patreon yet?
Why are you disappointing Mr. Zaxter?
You could get all kinds of extra content that we don't put out publicly. In fact, I've got a new law read coming pretty soon.
In fact, I'm filming one directly after this. I'm doing my What It's Like to Watch Labyrinth with Jay video.
All four of us, including Eric, are in the midst of creating Patreon content that you will be seeing soon.
And you're missing out if you're not signed up.
Missing out.
So if you've got fear of missing out, you should certainly be very fearful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
FOMO money in the Patreon.
Mattia Gagliardi gives €5. Says, I cry every time I finish Kingdom Hearts 1 and Final Fantasy X because they were the last gifts from my grandma before she passed away a year later. Well, that's just you then.
Well, yeah, these are all
that's
personal.
Sweet though. I like that's absolutely around the time my dad passed away a few years ago. Fucking any piece of art I consumed around then. Now, if I go back to it, is just linked to it. I'm like, wow, this is a bummer.
Yeah,
but I feel bad for any game released in this orbit because I'm always going to associate it with that.
Yeah, but it's also nice that like with the Kingdom Hearts and the Final Fantasy X for Matei, it's like you have those games connected to that person, so you can always revisit them and have that kind of connection again, which is really nice in a way.
Oh yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, probably helped my appreciation of Spiritfarer that my last dog died around the same time.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Fill my ass up. Comes back with 100 Norwegian kroner. Says, Lisa the Painful tears me up. Mostly how it centers around alcoholism and self-destructiveness. As someone that lost a loved one to such a fate, it hit close to home.
Yeah.
Well, there's no laughing matter there.
Yeah. No, there was a game I think I recommended in my video about games we missed from last year called And Roger. That is a short little kind of visual novel that is very much ends up being about a real life thing that a lot of people have to go through, and it's very emotional if you have to go through something like that.
9 Seed gives $10. Says, doesn't quite get me to tear up, but Curly's death in Cave Story. I'm impressed by how much survivor's guilt they put into the scene. Made worse by the fact you can save her. Yes, you can, if you play through one of the hardest platforming challenges in the world.
I don't think I actually knew that you can save her.
Yeah, that's how you get the golden ending.
That's too hard. We'll let him be dead.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, Curly. It was too hard.
I'm hanging out with Mo and Larry now.
You have to be dead now. Three Stooges. Yes, got that.
Shemp,
you fucking old head, dude, man.
Shemp game rise up.
She's called Curly because her full name is Curly Brace, and the main character's name is Quote, and it's because they're all punctuation marks, you see.
Incredible.
I didn't know that, actually.
What time to be alive.
Yeah. Choco Lit Thunder gives $5 and says, the ending of Castlevania Order of Ecclesia gets me every time. The whole bit of Albus wanting to see Shanoa smile before he fades away. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't think I finished Order of Ecclesia.
It reminds me of that moment from Walking Dead. The I'll miss you.
The
vulnerability at the end is powerful.
Was it the second or the third DS game?
I think it was the last DS game.
The third one, right?
Yeah,
the others were
Dawn of Sorrows was one.
Portrait of Ruin was the second
right.
one.
Order of Ecclesia.
And Ecclesia was the last one.
Yeah, I didn't play Ecclesia.
I think that was the last official Egavania game, Order of Ecclesia.
Ooh, you went right there.
Ecclesia? I barely know her. Oh.
Nah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
C. Gibbs gives £10 and says, not surprised if this has been said already, but Outer Wilds when you have all your friends around the campfire playing one last little tune before the universe implodes.
That's
Beautiful.
a nice one. Yeah.
Still haven't finished stuff. Still never got around to finishing it. Oh well.
Okay.
It's not easy.
No. The Goose Chase music gives $5. There's sort of similar to Pragmata. 9 Souls had almost the same setup with Yi and Xuan, however you say that. And that ending made me cry a ton.
Similar setup as it is it like a parental guardian and a youngster?
Yeah, pretty much. Yi is he sort of adopts this human boy named Xuan, and he's become sort of Yi's connection to humanity.
Nice.
Biscuits and BBQ gives $10. It says, God of War Ragnarok got made. The opening with the wolf was right after my husky died, and I was not ready. Well, I got good news for you if you played through the rest of God of War Ragnarok. Biscuits and BBQ. Because the dog comes back. Wolf comes back.
Oh, look at Ludo.
You not realize a bit Toffee has technically been on screen this whole time.
It's like a fucking...
I've seen him worming back there.
Can you spot this chameleon inside of this picture? Oh.
Good morning, sleepyhead. Covered in Sponges comes back with $10. Says funding goal: Elder Scrolls After Fallouts. That's what I meant. Hadn't donated enough dollars with that chat to get the thought out fully. Backfire. But hey, gold mine of a topic. Folks love sharing their emote.
Thank you so much. That was the when we were confused about Elder Scrolls. The message was trying to be you should do the Elder Scrolls after you do Fallout.
Yeah.
I've also never played Fallout. I played 1 hour of Skyrim, and that was to collect buckets, and I really disliked it. I did very badly. I couldn't find any buckets, and yeah.
Well, I can see why you'd be soured to it then.
Yeah, if that's my only experience in a Elder Scrolls game.
Mindule gives $2. Says, I cut my finger. Microplane, more like micropain.
Incredible.
Micro penis.
Listen.
Where did that come from?
Just got it on the brain. I had a shower recently.
Dundum.
Gay Bear Mountain gives $10. Oh, hello, Toffee. How lovely to see you this morning.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the podcast. An hour and 20 minutes into it, Toffee.
Gay Bear Mountain gives $10. Says, paying out a little because I'm super excited about Final Fantasy XIV patch 7.5 coming out tomorrow, and last weekend's announcement for the 8.0 expansion coming out around my birthday. Oh, is that why everyone's been talking about Final Fantasy XIV lately?
Yeah.
Oh, there was in Anaheim. There's a big event. Yeah,
new expansion
coming out
at the end of summer. Jay, do you know the most important thing?
It's doing gear unification across jobs. Oh my god, it makes me want to jump back in.
None of what you're saying is the important thing. The important thing is they're adding some Evangelion shit to the game.
They are.
That's how you get me in.
Oh, they're going
to go to like your friend's house and kind of like crank off when they're not there.
They're just going to turn it into Fortnite, where it's just a bunch of completely unrelated.
It's already a little Fortnite. There's already near stuff in the game, right? Yeah.
There's Fall Guys. I've got like Fall Guys cosmetics.
There's Fall Guys stuff in the game.
Yeah, I've got like a little crown and a hoodie, a pink hoodie. Yeah.
Did World of Warcraft ever have stuff from stuff?
No,
that was back before things were consistent and didn't.
What about
it has more taste.
Had like StarCraft armor or like Diablo armor.
Hearthstone does that. They've had StarCraft crossovers in the Hearthstone game,
Gotcha.
but nothing in World of Warcraft as far as I'm aware. Well, no, there are like Diablo mounts and stuff you can get. If you buy Diablo, you can get a mount in WoW, but no like gear and stuff like that.
But they wouldn't put in anything lore unfriendly, as they say.
No.
I mean, for what little lore Fortnite actually has.
Sure.
Tiny Rye gives $10. Says, didn't well up, but end of L.A. Noire left me somber and hollow for a bit.
What happens at the end of LA
went
Noire?
back and given a second try.
Main character dies. Main character dies.
Yeah, I think a second Second try at L.A. Noire could be really interesting.
I think what you'll conclude is that it's not actually that good.
Well, that's why I think a second try could be interesting.
Yeah.
Treat the first one like a sloppy copy.
Okay.
Y'all know about sloppy copies? You call them first drafts. We call them sloppy copies.
Please stop saying sloppy copy. The Goose Chase music is $5. It says, Expedition 33, Act 1 end would have got me if Gustav didn't say to Mael, don't invite misfortune in the cutscene prior, then they toss rocks, inviting the misfortune.
Can't be tossing rocks with characters is the problem.
No.
You toss rocks, bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, it's true.
Waiting for Viva Pinata 2 gives 100 arses and says, the day I cried is when I got Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube. They had fixed the bouncy you-know-what bug from the Dreamcast version. It delayed my puberty for a whole 2 years. Kidding.
It delayed my puberty for 2 years. My balls are just waiting to drop. It's just not happening.
But they're spinning. That's why they're
spinning.
Shashank gives 40... not sure what that is. It's either rupees or shekels, one of those. Spoilers for Persona 3, ending with main character's death. Oh, yeah. Well, didn't give you much warning there, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 20-year-old game. Yeah.
He also chose the speed at which you read that, Yachts, so...
Yeah. When he lays his head on Aegis' lap.
It's weird how upbeat Persona 4 is when you look at all the Persona games that come before it.
Yeah, and like the most emotional moment in Persona 4 is a fake out, right? Is like, oh my god, Nanako's dead.
But she ain't. Don't spoil that.
You just spoiled it.
Okay, we both spoiled it. Whoops. Sorry.
It's fine. 20-year-old game.
Zaratha gives $20 says, I think I shared this on a similar topic, but the first time I saw my monster die in Monster Rancher 2, seeing its soul leave its body, encountering my jelly friend dead, and going through a whole funeral made me cry a ton.
Oh no. Almost like having a Tamagotchi die as a kid. Yeah, Monster Rancher famous for it's the Pokemon like where you would put in CDs. You would take the disc out of your PlayStation and then put in a CD that you owned. It would read data from the CD and it would give you a monster based on that data.
And I don't think I even own any fucking CDs anymore.
No. Did you guys ever have those? I know we had them in England, so Yachts might remember these. They were effectively like a cross between Pokemon and like a Tamagotchi. It was these big bulky things that you would scan barcodes and it would give you like monsters. Maybe? I just remember the chunky green thing that you scanned them with. I'm sure Eric will pull up a picture.
I remember barcode battlers. You'd like scan in like a tin of peaches at the supermarket and it would be a unique monster that you could do battles with.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that a phone game? Like, what do you mean?
No, it was like a bespoke like toy that you would go around and scan things. No, not that, Eric.
That's neat.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah, yes, I do remember that. The Man in Black gives $5. Says, summer drought stroke funding goal idea. Yahtzee makes a joke review for Elder Scrolls 6 like he did for Duke Nukem Forever. I don't think that joke works a second time, to be honest with you.
What was your... I don't know what the first joke was. What is that? Duke
Nukem
Forever thing?
First, I made a joke review of Duke Nukem Forever when we all assumed it was cancelled. Or I just reviewed it like it was the sort of game you might have expected if they were putting all their effort into it for 17 years.
Gotcha.
And it was just a made-up game that was just really, really amazingly good and stupidly broad in scope. But then the actual Duke Nukem Forever came out and sort of ruined the whole gag.
How earlier did you make that video compared to when the game came out?
It was like a year or two.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it was radio silent for a very long time to the point where you're like, oh, of course it's canceled.
Yeah. I think there was like something happened that made us all assume it was cancelled. Like the developer shut down before like Gearbox picked up the build that was left over.
Yeah.
Anyway, Waiting for Viva Pinata gives 100 arses and says, I cried when my mother forced me to share my console with a family member I never knew about. The little donkey broke my favourite controller and I ended up being blamed for not being careful. Fuck you, Joaquin.
the little donkey!
Fuck that guy.
Can't be letting Joaquin play your game.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
By all means, air your dirty family laundry on our podcast.
Do you think it was Joaquin Phoenix on the set of the Joker and he was like in character and broke it like a little rascal?
Eric's found the barcode thing.
Oh, there you go.
That looks ugly. Yeah. That looks like...
They are ugly.
That looks like Master Chief's
Scanners with a Z. Oh, look at those fucking things.
Error Zero gives $5 says, literally Little Misfortune, one of the darkest games I've played. Never heard of it, Error Zero.
Oh, they're good.
I feel like I've heard of it. You've played it?
Yeah.
Little Misfortune.
Really beautifully animated. Yeah.
2019.
There you go.
Very funny as well.
Jack the Butch gives 22 CZKs and 22 whatever the equivalent of cents are with that particular currency, and says, beginner's guide really got to me the first time. I think I remember the story fondly, but it's more thought-provoking than sad, I'd say.
Yeah. It is
nice.
it does have that interesting kind of like quasi autobiographical nature to it. But yeah, I would agree with you, kind of interesting and introspective more than tear inducing for me. Also, a Loader fan, I saw you donated in Ko-Fi, and I'm currently refreshing, waiting for it to pop up. It has yet to pop up because Ko-Fi is just constipated.
Gay Bear Mountain gives $5. It says Final Fantasy XIV has Fall Guys, Nier, Monster Hunter twice. Evangelion is getting the Nier treatment.
Oh, sick. Okay, well, that means the Evangelion stuff isn't just going to be like cosmetics. They're going to do entire like raids.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God. Could
that's
you imagine?
Awesome.
Okay.
It's happening. It's happening.
How will that work in canon?
The Yoko
the FF14 canon is very fucking
series,
batshit.
So. Oh, you're worried about that canon? I was worried about the Evangelion canon.
I'm assuming Final Fantasy XIV has some kind of continuity.
It does, but it also has timey-wimey bullshit. So
Fuck it. Yeah. It's like Dead by Daylight. Like, there's a ton of crossover with other franchises, but there's this whole creature from other dimension thing to bridge it all together.
Kind of, but less egregious, as you know from your video.
Quite
your reads.
Gay Bear Mountain comes back with $5. It says, "Hey mate, those barcode scanners sound like the D3 Digivices."
Yeah, I've heard some amazing things from the recent Digimon games. They're meant to be unbelievably good, but I don't give a single fuck about Digimon, which is the problem. So yeah, they look exactly like that. Holy shit! Maybe they just ripped them straight from that Digimon franchise. But yeah, I do mean to play some of the recent ones because apparently they're just really fucking good JRPGs. So yeah, keep an eye out.
I didn't like the latest one. Couldn't get into it.
Oh, fair.
Monsters were too digital. They weren't enough in my pocket.
Yes,
that's fair.
Did they have? Yes, that's what I said when a monster showed up with 900 fingers. I said that is just way too digital a monster. Anyway, Zaratha gives $5 and says, "What's that, Marty? CDs nuts, and the monster that will come out. Got 'em. Sorry, not sorry."
Fucking.
Is Zaratha's Nick's burner account like what the fuck?
Absolute monster. And we don't even have a Loader fan because Loader fan just donated without saying anything. So that's the last one.
Right. Fuck me.
God damn it. Got nuts all over the face.
Well, I guess that was it then. Thank you very much for joining us to share all the things that made us cry in video games. Boy, what a great emotional storytelling medium video games must be. Surely the Academy will show them much greater respect in the consideration for the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. And next week's episodes will be Let's All Have a Good Goon. It'll be about all the times we've gooned in games. That's not actually to me.
Yeah.
Hey, we're being open with our emotions.
Imagine the super chats on that one.
Not that open,
shut the goddamn place down. We'll have to fucking
TA return my fucking calls. Gabriel Mountain gives $5. There's also Marty calling Monster Rancher a Pokemon like when it had an absolutely different gameplay loop, slapped me across the face.
Bunch of monsters. You collecting a bunch of monsters. It's a Pokemon like.
And then fought them. Oh, that's fair.
Get with it.
And then waiting for Viva Pinata 2 comes back with 100 asses. There's this topic gave me a floppy disk.
Talking about his Pangus? Talking about his Rodney?
His
talking about his Charlie?
Yes, his Charlie Day.
Anyway, quit you bitch.
His Rodney Dangerfield. All right, well, let's wrap things up. I was Yahtzee Crowshaw, and still am, last I checked, and probably still will be tomorrow, and indeed on Wednesday, when Fully Ramblomatic comes out. And this week is on the subject of Mouse PI, a new indie game that has gotten a bit of a profile because it's got rubber hose animation in it.
And TV's Troy Baker does a voice in it.
I know. He does the main character's voice in it.
Incredible. That's one of the most important voices in a game.
Mm-hmm. And I've also got my weekly stream, Yahtzee Tries, where I will play some games, and of course the Yahtzee Tries compilation video on Sunday, where we cut together all the funny bits from the streams and my mini reviews of the games involved. And I think that'll be it for my stuff, except my Patreon lore read video, which is in the works and will be out soon. So you better join the Patreon, or you'll miss out.
If you snooze, you're gonna fucking lose. You don't want to lose.
What else we got?
Jay, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Design Elf came out today on the addiction loop of particular games like Stardew, Pocopia, and Vampire Crawlers, which I'm really enjoying at the moment. This evening, yeah, right, it's a banger. I am also this evening working on my Patreon exclusive video, which is going to be what it's like to experience watching Labyrinth with me. So that should be out soon. So keep an eye on Patreon. Go over there if you want to indulge yourself in that. And then for the remainder of the week, there will be no dev heads because we've moved the schedule slightly, but not next week. The week after, it will be returning to its usual format, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marty. And
yeah, I believe that's
the
15th. Dev heads will be back.
Yes,
on May 15th.
And for the remainder of the week, each evening, so Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm going to be finishing Final Fantasy VIII over on my Twitch channel. So if you'd like to watch me finish that, hop over there, and that's me.
You just not finish it.
I've thought about it multiple times.
I guess the best way to do it is not finish it. And then the rest of the stuff we have going on, we should have a secret backdrop episode going up tomorrow. Jack and Jenna should be back with their Elden Ring co-op run tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, 5:30 p.m. We've sent a message and we'll remind everyone. But if you're in the Phoenix tier, we're doing our weekly movie hang tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Central. Very excited for that. Casey and I wrapped up Returnal, so in that slot on Wednesday evening, we're going to be starting off Saros, playing the first 2 hours of that, showing that off to you guys. And then we should have normal streams and all that the rest of the week. And then, y'all, you know what happens on Saturday?
Oh, I forgot. A thing happens on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Adventurers Die, Season 5 premieres Saturday morning.
That all three of us are in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Very exciting. So,
Exciting
first episode of Season 5. Trailer is out now. First episode premiering on Saturday. We're sticking to our every other week schedule. So, there'll be an episode this week on the 2nd, and then the next episode will be on the 16th. But yeah.
And so on and so forth.
Yes. So on and so forth.
All right. One last minute super chat from Gay Bear Mountain. He gives $2 to say, so when's the second Wind Pet Show going to happen? Didn't we have a t-shirt at one point with all our pets on it?
Yeah, all the pets, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it sold very well.
No, it wouldn't.
I think people like the pets for free. People don't like the pets for money. That's the thing. Because people have
they
their own
don't want to wear
like
a bunch of pets on a t-shirt.
Or that. It's expensive to take care of your own pets. You can't be paying for other people's pets.
Yeah.
Well, Toffee's gone back to sleep, so
bye, Toffee.
I ain't going to disturb him.
Leader's laid in the bathroom. It's cold in there.
All right. That's it from us. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye, everyone.